As Florence continues to slam into the U.S. East Coast, officials are warning the next few days could bring the most destructive round of flooding in North Carolina history. Florence is bearing epic amounts of rain, with forecasters warning for rivers to swell at or near record levels. That's due in part to the storm's slow march over North and South Carolina. It's crawling west at only about 3 kilometers per hour.
The worst is yet to come.
Authorities in Fayetteville, a city of just over 200,000 people, are the latest to order the immediate evacuation of thousands of residents near the region's main river, the Cape Fear.
Please don't be fooled when you see the speeds come down. The flooding is real, and what we are not only getting is the increase in escalation of flooding in our area. The increase in escalation flooding upstream is compounding that.
The storm's intensity has diminished since it roared ashore as a hurricane on Friday, not before leaving a trail of destruction across the 2 states, uprooting trees and knocking down power lines, leaving many houses underwater, and forcing hundreds of stranded people to become rescued from a rising tide by boat and helicopter. More than a dozen deaths have been confirmed from Florence. A typhoon more powerful than Florence continues its deadly path across Asia. Mangkhut now moving across South China after leaving destruction in its wake in the Philippines. Swirling bands of rain and dangerous winds descended on the Chinese coast after Typhoon Mangkhut landed in Hong Kong, where buildings swayed and windows were shattered. It comes as rescue efforts ramp up in the Philippines to aid tens of thousands of people caught in the path of Mangkhut, which made landfall in the disaster-prone country Saturday morning local time. More than 24 are dead in the strongest storm of the year, mostly in landslides, and the death toll in the Philippines likely to rise as dozens more are still missing.
I share the grief of those who have lost their loved ones.
Philippines president expressing grief today over the casualties, although relieved more damage wasn't done to the country's infrastructure. A sentiment echoed by an official with the Department of Transportation.
In the past, there was just a reactionary approach. In the time of President Duterte, we are taught how to be proactive.
It'll be weeks before the Philippines can assess the full impact of Typhoon Mangkhut.